building on the second floor at 301 Main Street in Sturbridge. The Conservation Commission will hold this meeting in person with an option for virtual attendance. In-person attendance will be at the location listed above. Okay, with that, we have attendance. Eric?
Eric Gaspar, present.
Carsten Stuber, present.
Ed Goodwin, present. And Roy, remote?
Roy Bishop, present.
Good. With that, we will go to,
Do you want me to read this?
yes, go ahead.
Okay. In the interest of saving time, the Sturbridge Conservation Commission will hold all public hearings tonight for work within a wetland, water body or resource area and/or within the 200 feet buffer zone to a wetland, water body or resource area in accordance with the Massachusetts Wetland Protection Act, MGL, Chapter 131, Section 40, and associated regulations, and the Town of Sturbridge wetland bylaws and associated regulations. We will not be reading the newspaper ad. Prior to opening the first hearing for each project, the applicant is to submit proof of notification to abutters within 200 feet of the subject property line and proof of legal newspaper advertisement. If these items are not submitted, the public hearing will not open. Additionally, prior to the start of each public hearing, we will announce the location of the project, the applicant, and the applicant's representative. If any of the visitors have not legibly signed in yet, please do. Also, if any visitors are recording this meeting, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, first I'd like to shout out to Becky, who is no longer with us. She's resigned and gone to work for DEP, but we'll miss her, and this is our first night in 7 years that she hasn't been here, so we'll miss her. Let's, public hearings, we have 605, which is 107 Fisk Hill Road, request for determination of applicability. After the facts, approval for a French drain.
Dimitri, you want to come up and sit right here?
Yep. All right. You got anything to go up on screen?
No, not for this one.
No? All right.
Just, Dimitri, do you just want to give a brief, kind of like what you did for work over there, so that the people that, especially Eric, who hadn't gotten a chance to go over there, kind of knows the background.
Absolutely. So I got to...
I sorry to interrupt you, but we do have proof of legal ad and a butter notification to open the
Okay.
hearing.
Customers called...
Introduce yourself.
I'm sorry. My name is Dimitri Safran. I'm the owner of DS Landscapes. When we started the job, we resided in Leicester. We currently reside in Worcester. We're back in Worcester now. So I got a call from a friend of a friend, and they told me, it was quote-unquote a customer, I guess. They told me that they had a few inches of water in the basement. I went over. They certainly did have a few inches of water in the basement. This is I think they said it was the second or third. I think it was the third time it happened. I assessed kind of the property. It was snow covered at the time. This was right after that first snowstorm we had, the 15 inches. So I had checked out the property. I had noticed, from what I could see, everything was pitching to the foundation. And what I also noticed from talking to them was, and kind of inspecting myself, is the water was coming from below the foundation up, versus coming down from a wall, which is indicative of a high water table. So we came up with a plan to put a French drain around the house, bring it into a leaching catch basin in the front yard that would slowly release back into the aquifer. We dug the back of the foundation, we dug the side of the foundation, and from that point, because the hole started filling with, the excavation started filling with water, we ran a a straight excavation out to the front yard. At that point, we hit ledge. It was about 9 feet in length, and we had to get down another 2.5 feet. So we started, we hammered out the ledge, brought the trench out to the front of the property where the water was moving. And that's when I learned that we were in a conservation area. We actually weren't fully hammered through the ledge when I learned that we were in a conservation area. So at that point, we stopped. We did what we had to do, filed necessary permits, and got this for today. And then I got granted permission to continue and finish after talking to Becky and
Heather Blakely from DPW.
yes, Heather from DPW. We got the go-ahead to finish, so we installed the leaching catch basin at about 6 foot, 6 foot total height on it. We were down 8 feet. We had 2 feet of 3/4 stone down the bottom. Our pipe ran into the top of that. It's pretty much filled up just over the pipe right now, but it is leaching out, and it's leaching into a existing drain that was already on the property that was running parallel with the road that went into a DPW catch basin that eventually dumped across the road into what now I know is wetlands.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
I am very sorry. Let's throw this on the books. I am very sorry that I didn't know it was fully snow covered.
Just note, there's 2 things about Sturbridge. 1, you can't not miss ledge. There's ledge everywhere.
Okay.
2, there's wetlands everywhere. So if you
Okay.
come in, just assume that.
Just
you're
come
gonna-
here first.
Yeah, just come here first.
Okay.
Go see Aaron for now.
Gotcha.
Are we in the wetland area there, or what is?
So that was the one we went on, Karsten, that we went on a site visit there and it was opened up and we allowed him to we had him put erosion controls up immediately and then he was able to continue on finishing so that the ground would not be, the disturbance would not be, open for too long. So,
Which we did have, and we still do have erosion control in place. We will have it in place until we come back in the spring.
and stabilize the
soon,
area.
And stabilize. We're gonna lumen seed, hydro seed everything. So that'll stay in place until we get grass growing, and then we'll take it out.
I only had one question as I read through the notes. I just wanted to verify the applicant is aware of the note of ceasing dumping in or near or about the wetland, and they're okay with.
Yeah, we haven't, everything that we,
Yep.
I don't want to say everything we removed, but everything we removed, we put back and left on site. We didn't have to take anything out. We had to I wanted to keep grades where they were. When we did the French drain, we didn't bring 3/4 stone all the way up to the surface. We covered with dirt, because it's a from the bottom problem.
And that's fine. I'm more
Yeah.
talking, just, there's a note in here around no tree cutting without approval, cease dumping lawn and leaf debris. So it looks as if they're utilizing that space to get rid of their lawn and leaf debris in the fall or whatnot.
Yep.
So is the applicant aware that
Absolutely.
that's a condition of the approval?
That and the cutting of the trees.
Yeah.
I did tell them both those, and they are totally, they understand.
It'll
They
be
totally
included in the determination,
Right. I just wanted to
Yep.
make sure.
make sure.
100%. They
Okay.
are fully aware, and,
Thank you.
they can't cut anymore and dump anymore and whatever.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I had.
Roy? Any question? Roy?
Roy, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Carson?
No.
My only question is where the road pipe is, what's being done around that?
So we didn't come, from where that pipe comes out of underneath the road there, we're at least 20 feet from that, and the 20 feet is the start of our swale. So, and then we have 10 feet of swale.
The swale to the pipe is going to be armored?
I'm sorry?
The swale to the pipe is going to be armored,
What do you mean? I'm not,
stone, or how are you creating it?
so we just created a stone swale. We stopped it, that's probably 20 feet away from that pipe, and then whatever that was originally, we just left. I did put erosion, I did put a hay wattle down through there, so it would catch any sediment while we were doing the work.
Okay, all right. I don't have any questions.
We did do, also, I know one of the stipulations was there needed to be filter fabric under the swale. We did do that as well.
All right. Anything from the crowd?
Anybody in the audience like to speak on this?
Well, then I would like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Eric Gaspar in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor?
Fred Bishop in favor.
And Ed Goodwin in favor.
With regards to the project at 107 Fisk Hill Road, I'd like to make a motion to issue a determination of a -3 with the conditions laid out by the agent in the detailed agenda, a positive 2B with no resource area approval, and a positive number 5 with the same conditions noted above.
Second.
Seconded. Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Eric Gaspar in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor?
Fred Bishop in favor.
And Ed Goodwin in favor. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you, boys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, you're all set. Look at that. You're welcome.
Next time, I will definitely call you first.
Okay.
All right, 6:15, we are at 7 Cedar Pond Road, notice of intent.
Oh, I have one. I'm not an elect, I
Drainage
just got electronic,
improvements,
so I'll keep
DEP
it.
file number 300. And do we have a?
No file number.
No file number. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
My gosh, this takes forever. Since we have a second, I'll just pull up the electronic one of these for Roy. All right, now we need to spin this. Get smaller. There we go. Back here. Here. Share my screen.
What is the mean high water?
Was 34 feet from the house.
From the house?
Yeah, from the house, which would make that the proposed platform, 24 feet.
So the platform would end up being 14 feet from the water?
No, 34 minus the 10, so 24.
Oh, okay. So the 10 by 20, wait a minute, the 10 by 20, the 20 goes towards the water.
No, the 10-foot dimension goes towards the water. It's 20 feet along the side of the house.
Well, before we get into that, I do have proof of a butter
Okay,
notification
yeah,
and legal
sorry.
ad to
Oh,
open the
sure.
public hearing. The DEP has not issued a file number. Thanks. But Mike has brought in a revised site plan to share with you. I have it up on the screen for Roy to view. And
Yeah, I realize you can't close it out, but...
we can't close out the hearing today, but Mike is here just to kind of go over the project briefly and answer any questions that you might have.
Right.
Okay.
So there we go, Mike.
Go ahead,
You're up.
Mike.
Okay, well, Mike from Landscape Evolution. This, the lakeside property here at 7 Cedar Pond Road, there was just a couple of goals, and one was to help alleviate the drainage problem where the road, water from the road is washing out the sandy beach area. So that's where we have the River Rock drainage swale, just with the hopes of slowing it down, helping the water to, get absorbed into the ground as much as possible. So that's one part of it. Then the other is this 10 by 20 wooden platform. And, yeah, the 20-foot is really the length of the front of the building and going 10 feet out towards the lake. And like I was saying, that mean high water line is 34 feet away from the existing building. And, if the platform would be built as proposed, the outer corner of it would be 24 feet from the mean high water mark. And in addition, we're looking to, given it's all just grass there right now, we're looking to add some plantings just to make it a little more natural. And, it's pretty simple project. All right, happy to take any questions.
Eric, you got anything?
So we are, excuse my, I like visuals.
Yep.
So from Cedar Lake, how far, you said you were 34 feet from Cedar Lake
Yeah,
For the house.
to the house?
right.
Now, does that include the wooden platform?
No,
So we're now 24 feet from the lake
if we put the platform in,
if we put the platform in?
yeah.
And so, and that would make it 14 feet from the medium high water mark?
20,
It'd be
Yeah.
24.
24. 34 minus the 10, be 24.
Right, well, but, okay, so I thought we were 34 from Cedar Lake, and then the median high water was 10 feet in from there, that's not, I didn't hear that right?
No,
Currently,
okay, so,
currently the water line is way out here because it's low.
Oh,
This is the line, this is where the water
So
will
we're
be.
considering the median high water line as the shore?
Yeah, right here,
Where the water is, okay.
where the water will be.
there's normally sandy beach.
Right.
Here,
Okay,
so, yeah.
yep.
There is- Yeah. Exactly.
So, but the point remains, we're not just asking for a waiver inside of 50 feet, we're asking for a waiver inside of 25 as well.
It goes 1 feet into that, 1 foot into that,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
And the drainage swale, right,
Yep.
is the improvement that you're intending to make as the,
Yes.
as the give back?
I think.
That's the intention
Yes.
anyway?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
the plantings, you could call that as well, to be honest.
Are you gonna dig it?
Yeah. What's that?
How much are you gonna dig that swale?
I don't see a lot, really. Just as shallow as possible, maybe 3-4 inches, and just fairly wide. Yeah.
And so all of these are new plantings?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7,
8. Yeah.
8.
Right.
But none of these are going to be considered anything that's going to provide shade?
Carson?
Okay.
Now, remind me, the house basically ends with an enclosed porch, right? Was it?
Right.
Yes.
But they want
Right.
to have a non-enclosed.
They were non-enclosed, yeah.
Right. Yep. There's the oak trees on
No, go
one
ahead.
side that, you wouldn't be able to grow anymore, a shade tree under, it already has a canopy right there.
Okay.
On the other side, I'm proposing a serviceberry tree, which does give some shade, but, granted, it's not a,
Oh, I see the outline of the oak right there.
Yeah.
Is that what you're intending to, down at the bottom?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
have some
so-
trees, I have some pictures I'll bring up while you guys are talking
Yeah.
here, but there is some trees on site. They're not depicted on your plan here, Mike, but there is some.
yeah.
Well, this
Yeah, on
one is
the
not
left
showing.
side,
This
it's
is a
just-
picture of,
Yeah.
of the drain, where the drainage area would be, coming out over here.
Yeah. So that's gonna slow that erosion.
Right.
Yeah. And that was, stake right here was the mean high water, right?
Right,
Okay, so there, we're talking the water is gonna come up to that spot here.
right. There's a tree just
Yeah, I
outside
haven't
of it.
better, I have your original pictures, which I
Yeah.
think are, oh, geez, this thing is a pain.
And this platform is fully just covering existing grass area.
Right.
What's gonna keep that armored underneath there? Because if there's no sun going through there, eventually it's gonna start to deteriorate, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna have some.
I could see him doing like a crushed stone underneath it. Would make sense.
And it's just gonna be on cement blocks. There's no trenching or digging or anything.
No, it's like a, temporary type structure.
I thought you had a picture of the side of the house here.
Yeah, it's just missing it. Okay, that shows it right there.
There are some trees over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two oak trees, you kind of see to the left, right, those are what I have on the plan, which, when they're leafed out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just my comment. I don't feel comfortable encroaching in the 25 at all. So I'd like to see some modifications there.
So like a 9 foot, 9 feet?
I mean, yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous,
No,
but
no, but
there-
Doesn't sound ridiculous to
but
me.
I think that, I think that, that 25 foot is important. We got to make sure that we protect it.
Yeah.
The 50 foot is important, but I do see that the River Rock drainage swale, you can see the erosion that's going on down there. It certainly will keep that sand that is probably being brought in consistently from silting back into Cedar Pond, so that's
Right.
helpful. We can't do anything about the sand or the beach that's already there, so it is what it is. But if we could protect it a little bit better, create a little bit healthier shoreline, I think that's helpful. So I can get myself to in the 50, I just can't get myself inside of the 25. Those are my comments.
Roy?
Yeah, just, I'm with Eric on the 25 foot. 50 foot is easy, 20 feet is difficult.
Carson?
Be fine.
Yeah, I don't find the 50 easy, but I find the 24 difficult, so I think we have a consistent package on that. I would also like to see more plantings along the front. They've got plenty of grass area there that we can put some additional plants in, and I also would like to make sure that we're careful around those trees when you're going through there and putting a drainage swale in there, that you don't
Right.
create the death of those trees.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, that's right. That area's,
Is there
one
a
of the challenges.
suggestion for making, especially that big oak that's down by the shoreline? Obviously, that's probably the only thing that's providing significant shade. Is there any suggestions on how to specifically protect that root structure?
Stay away from it.
Well, but they're putting in we want the drainage improvement. Do we think
Right.
if we pull that back, the drainage improvement back and stop it further back up into the property, it's still gonna accomplish the same thing?
Closer to the house.
Yeah, if you look at the site, there wasn't terrible amount of wash on the side of the house.
No, but there is right at the
Yeah,
shoreline,
right. Yeah,
so,
So channeling it may even create a greater cut at the water's edge.
well, that's not what we want.
What?
So
No,
how do we avoid that?
well, I just think we have to be cautious along the side in doing it. Do it, you know, so it slows the water down and only channels it a little bit.
So
What if in that planting area, the whole thing is a river rock, so you're sort of dumping the water into a larger, you know, that area is not, instead of like you're saying, a funneling effect, but more, a larger funnel into the planting area that's armored with the river rock.
Well, can we put
Yeah.
even more plantings down in that corner where she has the cursor right now? Would that, I mean, the plantings combined with the river rock, would that help armor that even more? It probably would, right? Or would
Depends
there
on what
not be
I
enough space to
definitely
do that?
couldn't do a planting area with mulch, because it's, you know, that's not gonna, it's not, that's going.
No.
In terms of the amount of plants, I'd be, it's, honestly, it's just, the whole
If
thing
it's
is not.
productive,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
If we're gonna let
I
them-
don't wanna do it if it's not productive.
Yeah, if we're gonna allow the blueberry bushes to become mature, then that's gonna, I mean, could we
Those are
plant some
great.
close to the oak tree? Sure, but not much actually grows underneath the oak trees, but,
Okay.
I don't know, just practically, I mean, we can try, but I don't think they'll flourish.
Yeah.
You know.
I would only disagree with you from the point of view that there isn't very much oak tree until they get up about 25 or 30 feet.
This is true. Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just like this, you know, so
Right.
they're not gonna hurt anything down under them.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't see them in the summer. so.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just, just from experience, I mean, the roots of the oak tree just seem to suck up all the moisture and nothing grows underneath them. But,
Yeah, they're at the edge of a pond.
yeah.
They're gonna get water.
So there could be more plantings that, you know, come closer to the, to those oak trees. That's the only reason why I didn't, just because thinking they wouldn't do that well, but, you know, can certainly fill that whole thing with, you know, with shrubbery but I think it definitely, the river rock would be, it
Well-
needs to be armored.
I guess I'd just ask you, Mike, give some thought to it, because you're
Yeah.
gonna have to adjust this anyway to pull
Yeah.
that back in at least a foot.
Yeah.
If there's a remedy that's gonna absolutely stop the erosion and the channeling that's going through that sand
Mm-hmm.
and silting directly into the lake, which is exactly what we want to avoid.
Right.
That would be,
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Right.
All right, we're gonna continue it? Anybody have any other? Roy, you got anything, any words of wisdom?
With regards to Cedar Pond Road, I'd like to make a motion to continue the public hearing until the 28th of March.
Do I have a second? Second. All right, all in favor?
Eric Gaspar in favor?
Carsten Stieber in favor?
Ed Goodwin in favor?
Fred Bishop in favor.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
All right, we are now
Shampoo.
Champo.
Is that open yet?
We didn't,
No.
we
No,
didn't,
Still not open? Oh, no.
we didn't go there, right?
36, no, we didn't. 36 Champo Road, notice of intent, single-family home, wetland crossing and replication, DEP file number. We do have a file number now?
No.
No, not on this
File
one.
number, written request for a continuation to March 28th, 2024. So,
Scott Jordan is on, but he did send me a written continuation request, and we'll put that on our next site visit schedule to go out there March 18th, which is a Monday, as long as it's staked, Scott.
all right, approval to,
Yeah, hello. It should be, I was told it should be staked by the end of this week, so this should work fine.
Okay.
Is it gonna be staked?
Did you have a time, anyone?
Time for the site visit, not yet, but I'll send you our schedule like I did last time.
Thank you.
Does it need to be flagged as well or just staked?
Well,
The wetlands are
the
flagged.
wetlands
They're
are flagged.
already flagged. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Like to make a motion to continue the, or have we opened this?
No,
Oh, so we're not going to even open it then?
we're just gonna make a motion, oh,
Isn't that
True.
o-
Yep.
we're gonna make a, we're not gonna make a motion, we're just gonna say that we're gonna postpone until
Have a
the
written
next
request.
meeting.
We'll postpone it.
Yep.
Postpone until
All righty.
March 28th.
We are now at 19 Long Avenue,
What
notice
time?
of intent, well installation, DEP file number 300, and we have a number, right?
We're a few minutes ahead. No, do I have a number for that one?
Okay, well, why don't I hold off on that, because
We're a few minutes
more
ahead.
quickly than,
Yeah, let me get the file out. I want to get.
we're only 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, we don't have a DEP file number on that one.
Okay.
Excuse me, Aaron, when did we continue Champlain Road to?
The 28th of March.
Okay. I think we were looking for the first hearing in April. We're looking at doing the perk testing that was recommended. What would be the first hearing in April?
April. First meeting in April? Oh, gosh. Oh.
I think I had it as 18th. I'm thinking skip one maybe for spring break or something.
Hold on a second, Scott.
Yeah. May as well get
Yeah, no
this-
problem.
Yeah, so the first meeting in April is April 18th. So you want to
Yeah.
postpone until the 18th?
Yeah, that's, yeah, I don't know that the 28th of March is gonna be feasible. We'll just go ahead and skip it out a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
I'd like to amend my motion to continue the public hearing.
We're
until-
postponing.
No, it's postponing, so we don't need
Yeah,
to do
it's
anything,
fine.
yeah.
All right, now we are at
Well, we're still,
6:35.
All right,
19
I'm
along
sorry.
now.
I got a family emergency I need to attend to. I have to go. We still
okay.
have quorum. I don't know. I gotta go. I apologize.
That's okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're at 19 Long Avenue,
Six.
notice of intent, well installation, DEP file number 300. And what's the number?
We don't have a file number. I don't know.
File
this
number?
is- I have proof of a butter notification and legal ad to open the hearing. Scott, you want to take over here?
Yeah, certainly. You have the plan up,
Sure, I can put that up for you. Also,
Thank you very much.
I did receive a waiver request for work within the 50, but I'm sure Scott will talk about that a little bit. Let me put the plan up. I have a colored plan, I believe. Conservation. Active. Files. Colored site plan. Okay.
Thank you very much. Scott Jordan from Eco Tech. I'm representing Mr. Jermaine. far as wetland resources on this property, Cedar Pond is located in the upper left portion of the plan. It is contained by stone walls. The serve as the bank of the pond. There's no BBW on the site. The site is entirely existing lawn, and then, of course, the existing structure. And as you can see, there's a swing set down to the south. Mr. Germain purchased that southern portion of his property fairly recently for the purpose of installing a drilled well. He currently has a shallow well, and it has high bacteria counts. He cannot drink it. So he purchased this adjacent property to the south, a small piece, for the purpose of installing a well, and also for a play area for his grandchildren. Like I said, it's existing lawn area. The proposed well is 49 feet from the bank of the pond. Within existing lawn, it's shown in front of the sandbox there, page left. It is outside the 25 foot within existing lawn. It is within the 50. I'm not certain that the well qualifies the structure or the bylaw definition, but we'll assume that it does. So we did submit a written request for waiver for structure within the 50. So as far as location of the well, we have the pump chamber offsets that are coming off all of the local properties, the butters, and of course Mr. Germain's property also under Title 5. So we have to adhere to the septic pump offsets. There's a 25-foot offset from paved roadways under Title 5. The window for installing the well is fairly narrow, which shows that location for a couple of reasons. If we were to swing it out to the southeast, and maintain the 50-foot pump offset, we'll have a much longer trench for that water line to the house. So there's much less earth disturbance this way. Also, secondarily, he preferred not to have the 18-inch high well cap in the middle of the lawn that, is for the play area for his grandchildren. So those are two reasons. Biggest reason conservation-wise is much less earth disturbance putting it there. So that's why we're seeking the waiver. For erosion controls, we're going with a triple stacked compost sock. So the filtration of that will be great. And those trap more sediment than a silt fence, which often dams it up. And so that's a good method there. And that's the proposal. I'll be happy to try to answer any questions.
Roy, any questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Carsten?
So the existing well doesn't work anymore. What's the?
Right.
It was under the,
Yeah,
it's under the dock. It's an open surface well. So that's
Yeah, shallow well.
bacteria. Yeah. What?
What do they drink? No.
Coliform. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. They probably bring bottled water in.
The previous agent did work, communicate with the engineer on this project and recommended that the well be moved outside the 50, considering there's plenty of space outside the 50. Just wanted to make that known.
Okay?
As well as, I don't know this 50-foot offset to an E1 pump. They gave some documentation on that, if that helps you in any way, but.
What is this actually? Let's explain. What's the 50-foot pump offset?
They're showing that as a 50-foot buffer off of the E1 septic pump as a Board of Health requirement. I'm not 100% sure about that. I can't confirm or
He wants
deny.
to put it here.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
but what
so.
is this?
And he's got this
offset?
whole area here to put it in.
No, but what does the pump offset mean?
That's a 50-foot away from, way up
I've never-
here,
I've never
yep,
dealt
that
with
thing
it.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the pump
what,
there?
it's a
Yep.
septic or what?
Yeah.
That's the E1 pump, so you can pump your sewer line to the street.
And you need, and there's a regulation?
Not for conservation, no.
No, but is there,
It's Title V regulation. We provided
They provided a regulation in here, it said, it is a suction line. I guess that's a suction line, I don't know, I'm not a Board of Health person.
so it's Board of Health?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does appear that there's still plenty of room somewhere in the.
Yeah, the issue,
well,
that's all area that we could put it in
But,
and be further away from
but they
the lake.
wanted to use that area, right? That was the idea.
Right.
Area for.
It's
for-
lawn
for-
now.
For kids
Yeah.
and stuff.
You remember it now? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, I do remember.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
I was, yeah.
All right, well, I guess we can leave it where it is right now.
We can't close the hearing.
Can't close the public hearing, so,
yeah.
Do we have any specific requirements or alternative?
well, we'll have to make a decision on whether we allow it to go where it is or if we require it to go somewhere else. I'd rather do that with, there's no reason to do that now.
Yeah, considering we're a small board now.
Yeah, it's a short board, and we need all three votes to do it. So,
Okay, so we just
a
continue.
motion to continue it?
Would you like to continue it to the next meeting, Scott?
Yeah, we knew we didn't have a file number. What's good is we have Becky over there now, so we can bug her for file numbers, right, Aaron?
Sure. March 28th?
March 28th, that's fine.
Okay, I need a motion then.
So I move to continue the project, the 19 Long Avenue, to the March 18th.
28th.
March 28th meeting.
Do I have a second?
I second it.
All right, all in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor?
Roy Bishop in favor.
And Ed Goodwin in favor. Great. Okay,
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night.
all right.
All right, give me a second, I gotta get up the next one here.
Do we have a file number?
Yeah, we're,
This one we do have a file number for.
Or then
we're right on schedule.
We're a few minutes
We're never this
ahead.
good with Becky. I hope she's listening. 300 Clark Road Extension, notice of intent, after the fact approval for platform/deck structure, DEP file number 300-1187. Okay,
Just bringing up the plan here for you. Oh, the other submission I got today?
The EP doesn't seem to know that this is already done.
I didn't read
They're
that.
confused.
Is that what they, I don't.
DEP issued the file number late on this one, so I provided it for you for review tonight. I'm gonna bring up the site plan here.
But they didn't seem to realize this is already done.
I think that because they had, yeah. We'll let Glenn explain.
At your convenience, thank you.
And I have proof of a butter notification and legal
Okay, you
ad
do,
to open
okay.
the hearing.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Thank you very much. We did submit 4 bullet points to DEP and to the commission
Yeah.
explaining or answering the questions that DEP had. One, the proposed, as I state here, the proposed addition and proposed 36-inch drip strip was shown in the plan for a previous filing by Jalbert Engineering. The addition had already been approved and was constructed in 19, see attached order of conditions. These notes have been removed from the plan prior to submission. These notes should have been removed, and that's the problem. So DEP saw an addition, but it had already been approved, already received certificates. Our engineer, a new guy out of Boston,
we missed that point. So he was taking off and using a base plan to add additional notes onto it, and he did not remove that
Okay.
proposed. As the second thing, as the precast stairs, this is bullet point 2 in the water, will be removed in one piece. These are precast steps that you actually use on a house. So you have a photo of them. So you buy them, you put them up against your house after you build it, you come out, and then you go down some steps. That's what they had used to put steps into the water. So they picked them up, they laid them down, right where it says Big Alum. That's
here or
oh,
over
right there.
here?
No, no,
Yeah,
you're
over
right,
here.
Right there, sorry.
Yeah,
Yep. And we have a photo, if you have your notice of intent.
Do you have a photo of the?
stairs, yes,
I have
unless
one
you
right
want
here,
to
too.
pass it around. That might be
I'll
easier.
pass it around right now.
I mean, you guys were there.
I didn't see the
Stairs?
precast stairs.
Oh, yeah, they were concrete.
Here we go. If I can.
Yeah,
Please.
just that Roy can't see, so I might have to pull it up on here, but,
Right,
See, there's a cinder block underneath.
so this one, right.
That's what we saw there.
That's
yeah.
that's what I saw. Where were the stairs?
This property only has
very,
5 feet of frontage, two drill holes, 5 feet apart. Those steps, those are 4 feet wide, and they were put in there years ago. We can pick them up with, Brian Ezold has a small track machine. They're hollow. We plan on using cinch straps and pick them up, and we described this in one piece and remove them again in one piece. The cinder blocks that are underneath it, we'll pick those up by hand and just take them out. So we're just going to expose the land on the water body in the original bank, which is a stone and mortar wall.
So,
So that's part of our mitigation, is to take them out.
Okay.
so the NOI is for the approval of the deck, right?
This is,
it's all, the notice of intent includes all the work that they're proposing. So they're removing the stairs, they have the deck, the platform.
Okay, after the, oh, so you.
They already have the platform, yes.
this, if I could again through the chairman, this is an after-the-fact filing for that platform, and as part of mitigation,
Okay,
we brought in the removal of the steps that go into the lake.
okay.
That will be where the temporary dock goes, and apparently the selectmen at this point are on some hiatus with Harbor Master, so when they come back and they have their Harbor Master going again, we'll permit the temporary wharf, dock that goes out. What you see on the left-hand side is actually the neighbor's. She sold the property to this gentleman, so there's a house on the left, that's a separate property. On this plan, I do have a pointer here, maybe?
No,
Okay, so let me say,
Ed has it.
Yeah.
You can take it.
so I just want to show this, so we have an access way in one time.
Sit down so they can hear you on the mic.
I'm sorry, thank you. So in and out, when the ground is frozen or very dry, we plan on going in, pick them up, and go back out the same route. We have a letter in the notice of intent giving permission to go over her property. Again, she's the one who sold this gentleman, Stokowski, the property, so she has no problem with allowing him to go and remove those steps over her property, and we explained that if there's any disruption to the lawn, we'll put some loom on that and seed it again and ensure that it's stable. This is the deck here, these notes. Here comes Lenny. That's what was put in without a permit. We also added shrubbery and bushes, as Rebecca originally wanted to see some woody plants put out there, but we added not just woody plants, but also that removal. And that ends up increasing the land on the water body and bank exposed, and we brought that up in the notice of intent, I believe it's page, here we go. Land on the water body, 3 of 9, so it exposes just 30 square feet of land on the water body, and it does bordering lands up to flooding. There's a slight increase because they're not there any longer.
Well, what you're saying, it was in there illegally anyway, right?
No, it was there since prior to regulations. That thing was
Oh,
in
is that
there
what it
for
was?
years.
Yeah,
This,
okay.
you know, this is an ancient 40-year-old, they even got cracks in them.
It's
Very-
hollow in it?
It's the old hollow, when you buy them, I have a Palmer burial vault, builds these, it's one of my clients. They don't make them solid. They're hollow inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got a wall like this side, on each side going down, and the back part is actually hollow, so that it can be moved. They don't need to be total concrete. So it's a precast bought
Now,
set of stairs.
how much frontage does this house have on the lake?
5 feet.
5 feet.
5 feet.
The property lines are, thank you for this. That's a property line here, and that's a property line there, and there's 2 drill holes on the top of those stones.
And
That's
How
4
much
feet.
land do they have with the house? Legal coverage?
No.
Grandfather and pre-existing lot. Let me get my plan out. Mr. Jalbert had, who's here, had done, I believe, the original plan of this property. So, the lot. Here's the lot area. It's on the plan, 4,637. It wasn't, she didn't cut the lot. Again, Mr. Jalbert had done the original cut-up. The house was there when the gentleman bought it. And all we're doing is permitting that one deck, flat deck, no sides on it. It's in this photo, too. Here we go again, front-
I can bring
front
it up.
Picture,
So that,
yeah, front picture.
and it's outside the 100 feet zone.
No, what's the distance to the lake from the front of the deck?
Right here.
Oh, that red line, which is, I can't read it on here.
We have,
Let me increase that.
the plan does show, and we made sure that we have the 25-foot no disturb on there, and it runs between the 25 and the 50. The 50 is back, going through the house.
It looks like it's 35 feet from the corner of the house to the lake, right?
It's 12 feet wide by approximately 8 feet deep deck. And again, the mitigation was the bushes along the property line, along with saplings, and then the main thing, we believe, we hope, was the removal of these stairs from the lake, which is just trash basically in the lake.
All right. Roy, have anything for us?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Ed.
Carsten?
No?
And
Becky's notes just say, can trees be added? That's just a question she wanted me to
yeah,
ask.
you,
And then, in your application, Glenn, it just stated that you were gonna seek a chapter 91 license, but you're not. The local harbor master does
throw that back to me, will you?
Coming up.
temporary docks, and chapter 91 is a permanent dock. So you're looking to put a temporary dock through the Board of Selectmen, not, chapter 91.
Could I, we're doing, if I could, and other towns like Webster and on Lake Quincy, both temporary and permanent go to Chapter 91 in Boston. That's why I call it Chapter 91.
okay,
You
yeah.
people, you had it in the past adopted that you do the temporary, and the state apparently does the permanent. I know when we did Justin Howard, we went through the state on that permanent cantilever. But that's the only reason why I call it Chapter.
There's no shrubbery here.
Yeah, there is. There's two.
Toward the,
Two winterberry on the side of the deck. That's those blue things on the left.
Yeah.
There's northern bayberry on the right.
what's this, this is the deck here, right?
Yeah,
No, it's the blue.
it's that blue thing.
This is the blue.
Yeah.
What's this here?
That's an infiltrator around the edge of the,
Not shrubbery.
no, the shrub is to the right and the shrub is to the left.
You got 4 shrubs.
There, yes, sir. We do. 4 shrubs, and we could add,
Yeah,
Are these already there?
they're already there, yeah. Those are,
These are the shops that are already
they're,
there.
yeah.
the
They're
other
just-
things that are black are already there. It's the blue ones that we'd be putting in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if the commission is asking for saplings, 2.5-inch caliper, a couple of them will The problem is because it gets so narrow getting to the water. Originally, there was that sapling request, but
Yeah.
what wasn't requested was something that I thought was maybe as important, removal of the trash in the lake, which was that set of steps.
That's good. That's,
So we felt
Yeah.
that we added that, hadn't been noticed by the agent, and we noticed it, and I brought it in.
yeah. And that makes room to put a dock in.
The dock used to be to the right-hand side of it, and the neighbor didn't care, but now that does give a place for the dock. The dock could be at the
Want them to
tip.
have just one dock and that's it.
Yes,
That's the law in Sturbridge.
yes,
anyway.
yes, sir.
And so DEP asks whether there will be bank impact?
The bank impact would be the exposure of the original unnatural bank. So the original bank behind the steps is going to be exposed, so all you end up getting is 4 feet of that stone and mortar unnatural bank exposed, like the rest of the unnatural bank that's along this shoreline.
What more can you do to get me to vote for this?
Add we could add 2 saplings of, say, red maple or northern red oak. I know Becky was asking for saplings, but we felt the steps were, and the bushes were adequate. If I was to put them, you get that 30-inch oak, obviously there's a lot of shade there, and we want them close, I know you want them close to the water. We could add also more bush species, high bush blueberry and stuff. We have very minimal view of the lake because of the narrow nature of the lot, and that's why there was an issue with how much more can we plant in here.
Right. That's not really our issue. At this point, what the issue is that they
Yeah.
took a teeny tiny lot and they put a platform deck on it.
Yes, sir.
It did appear that on the lake side of this little platform here, there was some disturbance to the ground, possibly plantings could go, around, more plantings could go around here. In those like disturbed areas, maybe.
We do use quite a bit of high bush blueberry native and also red osier dogwood. If we were to add in another 4 species of shrub in that front area, would still allow him to see the water if that was, I know it's not your concern, but adding massed crop such as high bush blueberry and the winterberry as we did, and one of the, say, northern arrowwood, which is another crop for birds to feed on.
Well, why don't you look at it and come back to us with a proposal? A further proposal on what can be done there.
I would, thank you, sir, and if I could through you, obviously, I would like to add 4 more, and we'll come back with adding 4 more.
Okay, great.
Okay, and we'll show them on the plan.
All right, continuation?
Please, sir.
Okay, I move to continue project in 300 Clark Road Extension with the DEP file number 31187 to the March 28th meeting.
Thank you very much.
Second? Roy, second that?
Second it. Yep, Roy seconds.
Yep. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you very much for your time.
Stuber in favor?
Ed Goodwin, favor. Roy, you in favor? We need your vote.
Yep, Roy in favor.
Yeah, okay, great.
Thank you.
All righty, so now we are on 263.
We're just gonna continue that one to,
That's
got a
continued.
written continuation
Glenn, is
request.
that,
Yes, do you accept that continuation? Is that what you're asking?
no, I'm talking about 263.
Oh, we
New
sent
Boston.
that in we
Today.
actually explained why we asked for the
Okay.
continuance.
So March
We're doing some hydrology study from the cut, and we're working with USDA on some of their engineering books on the drainage of what happens when you
Good.
do a 35-foot cut. And we're
Great.
watching the water table and our test holes.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
so
I just need a motion from you to continue to March 28th as requested.
I move to continue the 263 New Boston Road project with DEP file number 31166 to the March 28th meeting.
Second it.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Carsten Stuber in favor?
Roy Bishop in favor.
And Ed Goodwin in favor. All right,
All right, next we have
Ready to go, Lenny? 97 Shore Road. Continued notice of
on?
intent, raise and rebuild of the lakefront home, DEP file number 300-1188.
We're a few minutes ahead.
This one is the.
Lenny, you want me to bring up the plan? Sure.
The chair?
Right, we can bring up another chair.
Move them all around.
It's just a small group here.
You can sit right here in this one, and I'll sit right here.
Which one are we talking about, 97?
Yeah. Yep, 97 Shore Road.
But do they have a file number? I don't have a file number.
Yeah, they do.
We have a file number on that one.
It's 1188, 300-1188.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Well, then I made a mistake. Okay.
No, I think probably it was updated in the middle.
Do you have the plan you want?
I'm gonna
I think she's bringing it up, right?
revise site plan. Okay, let's see.
Oh, I think we saw that one, yeah.
Yep. Lenny?
Do we need the existing conditions or just the proposed here?
Please?
Both?
Yeah.
So it's very small then. Well, I'm gonna bring
Let's go
up
with the proposed for a minute.
proposed, yeah. I think it's too small, otherwise you can't see it well.
Okay, what it is very quickly, without looking about the two plans, is the existing house is.
Excuse me, Lenny. What?
You might have my notice.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you again.
Yep. Sorry if I wrote on it.
No, that's quite all right.
Go ahead, Lenny.
The existing house and the proposed house is basically going on the same footprint. Okay, the only change would be is that there's a deck that's going to be placed on the front of the, what the heck is it, yep, the pointer? No, it's going on the, no pointer?
Do you want the pointer?
Yeah, where is that?
Mention you harmless, Lenny, but that's all right.
Okay. The only real difference of the house itself is that this deck right here is going on in the front of the house, which is within the 50-foot setback. And the thing is, but it has no foundation on it. It's got piers in the front. It's actually up on the upper story, in that the back of the house right here is a walkout to the lake itself, and then above that is this area here above it. So we're not actually encroaching within the taking of the land per se. However, square footage-wise, with the upper building, we are.
If I remember right, that was an addition, right? So compared to the existing structure?
This is an addition,
Yep.
right here.
And it was enclosed, this deck?
Yes.
The existing conditions, right there.
He's using semantics because it's clearly an addition. It is an addition. It was a house with a porch, and now it's a house, including the porch, and then another porch.
Right.
Yeah, so there's no, the question,
Can did you see the house plans?
Yeah, I think there's, yeah, if you have one, that would be
I
great.
have the house plans, I think. Right here. Lenny, just make sure you talk where a mic can hear you.
What it is here's the existing house, and then there's an addition that, this is the porch that's being put on. Okay, if you look over here on the side, you can see this is the area that's being enclosed.
Right.
That's that area here, which becomes an integral part of the house itself.
Right.
Okay.
And this is like, okay. it looks
Right,
like
which
this.
is the same thing here.
Right. Okay.
Right here's the piers are here, and then this is going on the outside, which is basically existing grade.
And so remind me, what was the foundation at the moment?
The foundation is from right here to right here.
No, but this is new. How is the old is it the old foundation that?
The old foundation's no good, it's gonna be taken out and put in a new foundation.
And so will be sediment controls and stuff like that?
Correct, we have to go through with that, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me have my pointer back. My turn, right? Thank you. So, this is the new plan here. What is the distance from the edge of the porch to the water?
34 feet.
It's 34 feet. So it's a new structure in the 50-foot.
He did provide a waiver request for that.
And what does the waiver request say? Does it have anything they're gonna do on it?
He is proposing, as far as mitigation, it says the area under the porch will be protected with a 4-inch layer of 3/4-inch washed stone. The existing area and vegetation at the westerly side of the porch will not be changed and will remain in its current state. While removal of the 220 square foot impervious patio will allow for more infiltration of groundwater, no changes will take place to the shoreline. All disturbed areas will be loomed and seeded. We're requesting the allowance of the porch within the 50.
Just go like this and.
Okay, we're actually taking out a impervious patio out in the front, which is 220 square feet, and we're taking that out.
Right here?
No,
Oh, on the
yeah,
existing?
On the original, that,
Oh, this right here.
we're removing that right there, that will be gone,
Okay.
okay?
That was just block, right? Just.
What is it?
Just patio blocks.
Patio stone,
Yeah.
yeah.
They call them pervious, they call them impervious, depending on where they're at, what direction they're headed.
Whether you're buying or selling.
What?
Whether you're buying or selling.
Right, exactly, that's what I was looking for.
So that is what's going to be done with the house itself. Now, we have to go through with the lot itself, it's a non-conforming lot. So assuming we go get a order of conditions from conservation, we still have to go to the zoning board of appeals for a special permit. So we'll have to go through another hearing because of
What's
this.
the special permit for?
Because the lot itself is non-conforming.
Meaning what?
Meaning it's
That's a
overbuilt.
zoning board of appeals decision. It's a separate,
So we have,
Have anything to do with us.
But isn't it grandfathered into?
well,
No.
the house right now, as it
This is a bigger
stands, is
house.
grandfathered, yes. But what we're doing is we're putting on a new construction, new home, on a non-conforming lot, okay? So we have to go before the zoning board of appeals.
So should we wait for that before we make any decisions? Or what is it?
I would just add that, unfortunately, DEP just recently issued the file number before Rebecca, has left us now, and I did not have conditions prepared for this for you to vote on today, so if you were in a position to vote, and it would also, since we're down to 3 people, it would take 3 people to
Unanimous, yeah.
vote. And I don't have the conditions, ready for you.
No, that's
so-
fine, but do we have to wait for the zoning board or not?
No.
No.
Roy, you got anything for us?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering whether the,
Well, I'm concerned about the expansion. It's a 3-story house with, what's the porch dimension Here, Lenny.
The porch dimension, let me,
Is that the new porch?
that is the new porch, right, it's 20, let me read it.
20 by 40?
Yeah, it's 20 by, see, it's 20, what the heck? Geez, I don't have the right part there. 20, geez, it's 7 by 20 foot long.
7 by 20?
Right, roughly, yes.
Yeah, I have a problem with it. And you didn't come back to me with any, you used things that you're gonna do as for a waiver, but they don't really give me a warm fuzzy about a waiver. I mean, if you're gonna do something, you need to find something to do with the lakeside here, as far as plantings, as far as what you're gonna do to enhance the lake.
We have trees already there.
Yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that.
The front is already vegetated, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, the shoreline, there's a wall across the whole front
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's,
So, and what we did is we tried to stay away from that area. We haven't touched the area at all.
There's a retaining wall.
yeah, no, I know, I know what you're calling vegetated too. It's not satisfactory to me.
There's 4 trees.
Think about it.
4 trees.
4 trees, yeah, yeah,
Right.
right.
Oh, they're there.
And a mowed lawn, right?
And it's lawn, correct.
Well, I think you should just get a continuation and think about it. There'll be more voters back at the next meeting.
Okay,
If you vote on it today, Lenny, you only have three people here to vote.
okay. I hereby request a continuance to the 28th.
Okay? Make that motion, Carson?
And I move to, is approved that we?
No. Yeah,
You want to move a motion to continue the public hearing until the 28th of March.
I want to move to continue the project on 97 Shore Road with the DEP file number 31188 to the March 28th meeting.
Second that. Second. All in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor?
Ed Bishop in favor. And Ed Goodwin in favor. Thanks, Lenny.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. All right, now we are on to 275 Big Allen.
That was we also got a written request for continuation to March 28th for that.
Right? I see that. I'm reading red. No.
Yeah, I need a motion.
Oh, you need a motion?
Yep.
Okay, I make a motion to continue the project on 274 Big Allen Road with DEP file number 31186 to the March 28th meeting.
Yep.
I second that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor?
Ed Goodwin in favor.
All right, so now we're a little bit ahead, so we'll go to the wetlands decisions next. So we're gonna
Okay.
go over to number 11.
Yep.
11 is 18 Tantascwa Shore Drive. It's a tree removal request for removal of those 3 trees. It's outside the 100-foot buffer zone. We went there on a site visit. Karsten, Ed, and myself checked out the site along with the property owner. He's having some issues with the roots of the trees impeding into his leach field. And so I'm asking for a motion, and Rebecca and I both recommend approval, but if you want to discuss it at all.
Yeah, I have no problem.
Roy, do you have any questions about that one?
I don't.
Okay,
Okay, so I make a motion on the project in 18 Tantascwa Shore Drive for removal of 3 trees outside the 100-foot buffer zone.
Next to the septic system.
Next to the septic system. Yeah.
I'll second that. I was there, so. All in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor.
Ed Gooder in favor? Bishop in favor? Roy Bishop, great. All right,
Then we have 198 Lake Road. That is a request for an extension for DEP file number 300-1050. That was a lakefront lot that were looking to do a raise and rebuild, and unfortunately, they had a death in their family and they were unable to complete the project within the 3 years. They're looking for a 3-year extension. The permit was due to expire, I believe, in May, if I'm saying that right. Let's see. It was due to expire, I didn't write it in here. It was due to expire in May, I know it is, May of 2024. So the new permit would be valid until 2027. Wow, that's a scary year. 2027 already, thinking about that. Does anyone have any questions about that?
I don't know if we should give them a 3-year. They've done nothing with it.
No, they haven't started anything over there.
Yeah. All right, 3, I guess 3 is fine. I have no problem with it. Carson?
No, I'm fine.
Roy?
All good.
All right.
So can someone make an official
Okay, so I make a motion on the project.
to extend the order of conditions for that file number?
Okay, I make a motion to extend the order of, what was it? Order-
Yeah, on DEP file number 300,
Okay.
1050.
So what do we do now?
A motion to extend the order of conditions for DEP file number 300-1050
And I make that motion
for 3 years.
for a 3-year extension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I second that.
Okay.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor.
Roy Bishop in favor.
And Ed Goodwin in favor.
Motions are not so easy.
Okay, 13.
When you've been skiing for a week, that's what happens.
13 is a request for a certificate of compliance for a historic permit from 1986, or it started in 86, they applied and it actually was approved in 87, and Ed Goodwin's name is on it. I just want to share that from 1987.
But I haven't seen it since that I approved the construction.
The house has actually just recently gone through a sale, and this permit was found by the attorneys through the process of the deed research, and the original order of conditions was for an addition on the property and a retaining wall that, since then, the property has had many projects and additions, and I recommend that we hold off on issuing this until we have our site visit on Monday, and the board, whoever is available from the board, can come and take a look at the site, and we'll determine at the next meeting if we are fine with the order. That's satisfactory.
Are we then,
So we're going to, it's not a public hearing, so we're just gonna table this until the next,
Okay,
until the next meeting, okay?
all right. And we got 9 Cherry Brook
And then the
Circle.
last is 9 Cherry Brook Circle, formerly known as Lot 185 New Boston Road, request for certificate of compliance, DEP file number 300-218. This was part of a subdivision that was developed. The file number encompassed the entire project at 185 New Boston Road. 9 Cherry Brook Circle does not actually have any,
It's a nothing burger. It's not even in near a wetland.
it's not in jurisdiction of conservation. It just was part of the original subdivision, so I'd recommend that you issue, it's not on here, but a partial certificate of compliance for DEP file number 300-218 to release 9 Cherry Brook Circle from the original order of conditions.
I'll make that motion as the
Okay.
chair.
I second.
Second by Karsten.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Roy?
Roy Bishop in favor.
Carsten Stüber in favor.
Ed Goodwin in favor.
All right, now what time are we at? Oh, no, we're still ahead. Let's see, is there
Right.
anything else I can say? Enforcement orders, we don't have anything to discuss. Oh, administrative decisions, I don't think we can approve any minutes now because of who we have here in the room.
But I missed one
Who was,
meeting.
somebody was missing from the 125 meeting, so we didn't approve it at the last one, but now we still are missing people, so we're still unable to approve it.
Okay.
So we have to
Right.
table that the next meeting.
Conservation lands.
I have no requests for conservation lands. Any old business that you need to discuss?
Yeah, under correspondence, or, administrative updates, I can give you a CPA update.
Okay,
At our CPA meeting, we approved 4 trails. I'm going to give you approximate numbers, like $33,000 for a section of trail, and $60,000 for a section of trail. They start, if you go down Farquhar Road, go over the river bridge, and come up to that intersection. They start there and go into the woods, across to Route 15. And then there's a parking area being put in. The land has been purchased for the town by a neighbor down there, and so it's a good deal. And then the other thing that they have approval to go to the town with, these are CPA votes, they're not approvals. They're just recommending to the town a $550,000 piece of trail, which would start on Stallion Hill, at the Stallion Hill Barn, where if you go up Stallion Hill, you see where the shed is for the trail, so go into the woods and go along the riverland. The trail would go from behind that, going back on Sturbridge Village land, down to the intersection, all the way back down along on the riverside.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So, and they think they're gonna get it, the 550, they are confident they're gonna get a grant for it, so they won't need the money, but they have to have the money before the people will look at them for the grant. It's kind of a Jedi mind trick.
Okay,
All right, so that's all we really went over. I can't think of anything else.
Will we have this executive meeting rescheduled?
we're waiting, we're holding off on that until after the Board of Selectmen meet.
The other thing we should mention is that we have we've hired a temp,
Oh, yes, yes, we should on our new business.
Jeffrey Howland. He is going to be working for us.
For Becky.
Going to be working for Aaron.
Well, he's the interim agent, he's not working for me.
Oh, he's the interim agent?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, he's the interim conservation agent, and he is helping us out. I guess you kind of say per diem, like when he write orders and write permits, and
Yeah.
he'll be going out.
And he is doing normally what?
He was available to start right away, so he actually started already on Thursday.
But is he applying also for the?
No, he's not applying for the position. No, he's just filling in as a temporary person.
All right,
Okay.
I don't see anybody on for this application, so I don't know what, I guess it's a continuation, I suppose,
Yeah.
right?
And DEP had some serious question, it seems, right?
Yeah, I mean, we should probably wait until the exact moment here in case,
It's 7:24. Did somebody say they would be on?
no. Is there anything else I can add about this report? No. Office is very busy. It's lots going on, lots of moving parts.
Absolutely.
All right, well, it's officially 7:25. I think that we'll just give them a continuation, I suppose, until the next meeting.
All right?
Are you fine with that? We'll just need a motion.
Okay, I move. Let me just see. Well, it has a file number now, right?
Yeah, it's 31189.
So I move to
Continue.
continue the project with DEP file number 31189 on the treatment of Big Alum Lake to the March 28th meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor.
Roy Bishop in favor.
Ed Goodwin in favor.
I just realized it's something like procedural. Because now, he's missed both the hearings on 97 Shore, he won't be able to,
Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean,
Okay.
that's what happens.
and Ted no,
He
Ted
just-
was here for one of them, so he can participate.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Nope,
No?
we had another hearing, 10. We had number 10. It's a written continuation, so we don't have to wait. It was published that way in the agenda, so I'm sure no one's here to hear about it, so it's fine. I just need a motion to continue 241 and 245 Main Street.
All right?
Okay. I make a motion to continue the project on 241 to 245 Main Street with DEP file number 31184 to the March 28th meeting.
I second that.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Carsten Stüber in favor.
Roy Bishop in favor.
Ed Goodwin in favor.
And that was everything, correct?
So why can't we miss he can't be on the voting for the Shore Drive?
He misses two of them.
Tentative site visit schedule, the site visit will be March 18th. It's a Monday, next, 2 Mondays from now.
Yeah.
The 19th, if you miss two meetings, you can't vote on it? So then we could have voted.
No, I wasn't going to vote for it.
No.
He needed all 3 votes, so it was in his best interest to defer.
Yes.
I guess that's it. You need a motion? I need a motion.
Well, I was going to make one and you
I
shut
yelled
me
at you,
down. I'm not
yes.
going to make it now.
Motion,
Roy,
you want to make a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Carsten Stüber.
Ed Goodwin.
Roy Bishop in favor.
Thank you.
Okay.